going to be the first time that I've ever seen this fish side on, which is a really strange feeling as well. You know, something's going on. Now, the thing that worries me is these guys jump. I don't want him jumping on the concrete. You ready? So it's been a long road for this fish. He came to me probably about, will be over 12 months ago now, and I really hate to say it, but Samson's been in this 4 foot by 4 foot IBC holding tank for that 1 year whilst I've been busy making some other plywood aquariums. But I'm very pleased to say that today is the day where he gets to be introduced to his new aquarium, which is a really strange feeling, and one that is just as simple as netting the fish and transferring him across, but somehow seems to be a really momentous task. Let's do it. Ready? God damn it. Grabbing that net, baby. Thank you. Jeez, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. God damn it. Grabbing that net, baby. Thank you. Jeez, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Oh, he's alright. Oh, God, I hope he's alright. He hasn't hurt himself. He's got his tongue caught on the net. That way, Eli. God, that sucks. He's damaged his anal fin a little bit. God, he's big. He's alright though, his eye's okay. Oh, I feel bad. Pike, I'm sorry, mate. I feel so bad about that. There I was saying he jumps and he freaking jumps. Look at the size of him. I can't believe that people will put these in a 6 or an 8 foot tank. Oh, that's what not to do.
Well, it's not like you can help it, Dad.
Oh, I should have got the net sooner rather than trying to pick him up. He's so slippery.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was. Thanks for getting that net.
Yeah. Oh, that's alright. God, I should have
It's just an automatic reaction to try and grab him. And on the gravel too. That fish was living in a tank that long.
Yeah.
That long.
Yeah, so dark.
And half
Yeah.
the front to back. Oh. God, I can't believe how big he is. I'm going to have to build a bigger tank for him.
Are you kidding?
He's got a tag of his skin on his gill there, see it hanging down? And his anal fin down the bottom at the back is just a bit ragged from being on the gravel. Split caudal, split pectoral fin, but that's okay.
Hello, mate. Hello. Hi. Look at him.
See, he's just a bit ragged on the bottom there, but the fins will heal up.
Yeah.
All right, well that completely did not go to plan. Makes me very glad that I installed these screens the way I have. And although I don't think he'd be able to jump up that high, I certainly wouldn't have wanted to go about 2 foot high, which is what I was originally thinking. To clarify the basis as to why I haven't drip acclimated him, I guess for starters, I guess for starters, I knew that something like that was possibly going to happen. And so what I did to compensate was I did a very large, about a 70% water change on his holding tank outside last night, which is pretty normal for me. And I did a, well, whatever that valve is at the back there, to the bulkhead's 50%, so it'd have to be at least a 70% water change in this tank as well, and refilled with the same water supply. That was last night. So my thinking was that I could net him and transfer him straight into this tank. Hey buddy. Transfer him straight into this tank without having to go through a drip acclimation process, because effectively the water was from the same source. I really want people to look at him there in that pane of glass. That pane of glass is a 6 foot long, a 1.8 metre by 60 centimetre high pane of glass. So if you're thinking about buying a fish like this, a Saratoga, a Giardini, a silver Arowana, or an Asian Arowana, or an African Arowana, or for that matter other large fish like barramundi, which I can't believe are sold in pet stores over the counter as opposed to being special ordered. You need to think about buying a fish for what it is as an adult, and to be capable of building a tank to accommodate that adult. Do not buy a fish just like some people buy a puppy and move it on when it gets to be too big. What's the point of that? All you're doing is foregoing yourself the ability to see the animal through its life cycle, through its lifespan, and enjoy its true beauty as it matures. It's also not particularly respectful of the fish to have it to a stage where you realise, oh, I can't build myself a 12 foot long aquarium or a 16 foot long aquarium. I'm renting, or I've got to move out of home, or I can't afford electricity anymore. I'll just find a new home for it. There are plenty of people that do that, but how many people are out there that are able to hold a fish such as this size in a 12 foot or 16 foot long aquarium? The math just doesn't add up there. To celebrate the introduction of Samson the Saratoga into his new home, last week's video I announced a giveaway from my sponsor Frenzy Fish Feeds, and Frenzy have very generously donated 2 prize packs of up to 1.5 kilos of mixed fish feed tailored specifically to your fish requirements. And I had to ask you one simple question, and that was, what is an aquarium idea, inspiration that you already have in your home but you're planning to implement in your home? But of course I wanted a bit more information. I wanted a bit about the 3 C's of aquascaping, the concept, the composition, and how you're going to get creative. And I'm pleased to announce 2 lucky winners of that Frenzy Fish Feeds giveaway right now. Phillips River Reef Aquarium. Let me just check that. No, Phillips Reef River Aquariums. Now, let me just call you Phillips. Thank you very much for the detailed response that you gave me. And the thing that stood out the most in this aquarium idea was that it was to be implemented in a schoolroom environment. Particularly so when we're talking about an Australian native freshwater biotype styled aquarium that is not only going to become a beautiful feature of a schoolroom environment, but also an educational piece and even a calming, sort of a meditative piece. If you would like to email me on the email address below, give me a bit of information about the type of fish that you're currently keeping, as well as your address, I will be sure to get your Frenzy Fish Feeds prize pack out to you as soon as possible. And on a side note, if this aquarium concept is coming to fruition, then feel free to contact me, because I'd love to be involved, because inspiring a new generation of fish keepers is something that I'm pretty regular trying to do when I have visitors to my own fish room. So please feel free to reach out. Jonathan Cool, 1997. Congratulations, you're also a winner of our Frenzy Fish Feeds giveaway. Now Jonathan's looking to build not an aquarium, but a pond display for a pair of Queensland lungfish. And what grabbed me about this display is that not only is it for a pretty iconic Australian fish, but it's I guess you call it a monster fish. And that really ties in with what I've done behind me and the idea of really setting up our large Australian native fish in an environment which says something about where they come from, and not only that, what they need in captivity. So Jonathan's got a whole 2,500 litre pond set up. One day you're gonna have to go bigger than that, Jonathan. And he's been considering a lot of the materials, the timbers, but also emerged shrubs and trees such as Port Jackson figs. One thing I will say, Jonathan, is consider, rather than some of the Geophagus and other catfish, as a substrate mixer, I guess, consider some mullet. If you can get your hands on some pink eye mullet or sea mullet that have been carefully acclimated to fresh water, don't go for sand mullet. In my experience, they never work. Then they will give you not only the native scavenger that you desire, but you can stay true to the Australian theme. So Jonathan, if you would also like to email me on the address down below and give me some information about the kind of fish that you keep, I'll be sure to get your 1.5 kilos of Frenzy Fish Feed out to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is the Australian Aquarist. This is Samson the Saratoga. I'll see you next time. Over and out.